Unlock the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. In a world where everyone chases fleeting rewards, these 9 Stoic principles give you the tools to stay calm, resilient, and unstoppable. Embrace these keys to face life's challenges with strength, humility, and strategic silence, outsmarting everyone around you with true inner power. When faced with life's challenges, we often feel pulled to share our frustrations, hoping to lighten the load or find solace. However, the Stoics teach us that speaking about our struggles may only amplify them. The first key to living a truly resilient life is learning to face our challenges with strength and silence. Imagine this. You're going through a challenging time at work or in your personal life. Rather than letting frustration dictate your actions, you simply acknowledge the problem, accept that challenges are part of life, and focus on what you can control. By keeping a calm demeanor and focusing on solutions, you train yourself to handle challenges efficiently and gracefully. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles are not things to talk about, but rather opportunities to act upon. When you confront life's trials with silent determination, you become a master of your emotions, and as a result, a master of your circumstances. Your resolve strengthens, your mind calms, and over time, challenges that once seemed daunting become pathways for growth. This brings us naturally to the next key, the power of discretion. We live in a time that promotes the open sharing of our lives, our thoughts, our secrets. But Stoicism advises otherwise, valuing privacy and selective sharing. Our inner world, our dreams, our vulnerabilities, our fears, is a sacred space that deserves protection. Seneca wisely advised, if you want to keep a secret, keep it to yourself. By limiting the number of people who have access to your inner world, you protect yourself from potential harm and maintain a sense of control over your life. In practice, this means choosing carefully who you confide in, being mindful of oversharing, and recognizing that some aspects of our life are best kept to ourselves. Discretion allows us to stay focused on our own journey without the noise of other people's opinions and expectations, creating an inner sanctuary where we can build our resilience and cultivate our strength. With this level of personal discretion, your sense of peace and clarity deepens. But let's go further into this concept of inner strength by looking at our third Stoic principle, humility in achievement. When we accomplish something noteworthy, it's natural to want to share it. Today's culture encourages us to display our successes, to share every milestone. But in Stoicism, true strength is found in humility. The Stoics taught us to value the act itself, not the applause. Epicurus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Success doesn't need to be declared for it to have value. In fact, when we allow our actions to speak for us, we embody a quiet confidence that draws genuine respect. Think of an artist who spends years honing their craft. When people finally see the work, they respect the skill without needing to know all the effort and struggle behind it. Letting your work speak for itself is the quiet power of humility. Humility lets us focus on the intrinsic joy of the process itself, not on the temporary high of external validation. This focus sharpens our resolve and frees us from the need for constant recognition, giving us the gift of inner fulfillment and allowing us to continue our pursuits with clarity and purpose. Then we have the principle of strategic silence, our fourth Stoic key. In Stoic philosophy, discussing your plans and future goals is seen as a potential trap. When you speak of your plans too openly, you expose them to outside influence, expectations, and perhaps worst of all, your own premature satisfaction. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do." In other words, imagine the version of yourself that you want to become, but instead of talking about it, let your actions build it. By keeping your goals private, you create an internal space where you can cultivate the discipline and focus needed to accomplish them. There's a certain power in this. When you hold back from sharing, you're less likely to become distracted, and your motivation stays fresh. Imagine a chess player who reveals their strategy. Such disclosure weakens their position. Likewise, keeping your future moves private allows you to take each step strategically, with the confidence that your actions, not your words, will show the world what you're made of. This silence breeds resilience and fortifies your ability to make deliberate, thoughtful choices without the weight of outside expectations. Now, let's talk about the importance of refraining from gossip, our fifth key to a stoic life. Gossip is one of the quickest ways to disrupt inner peace and weaken character. Marcus Aurelius once advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This is a call to focus inward rather than outward, to work on our own character instead of tearing down others. When we speak negatively about others, we not only spread negativity, but also shift the focus away from our own self-improvement. Picture a workplace where everyone is focused on their own growth and encourages others. Compare that to one where gossip and judgment rule. A stoic path requires us to create a positive environment, one where energy is directed toward building ourselves up rather than tearing others down. Refraining from gossip allows us to cultivate compassion and empathy, understanding that everyone is on their own journey. This practice not only fosters inner peace, but also nurtures a supportive environment that benefits everyone around us. Following from this, the sixth Stoic key teaches us to let our good deeds speak for themselves. In a world that often celebrates charitable acts as social media posts, the Stoics remind us that true kindness does not seek validation. Seneca said, "The reward for a good deed is to have done it." Kindness, in its purest form, needs no audience. When we do good deeds quietly, without expecting praise, we cultivate selflessness and humility. Imagine a person who constantly tells others about their charitable acts. Although they may inspire some, they risk shifting the focus from the deed itself to the act of validation. But when you perform acts of kindness without broadcasting them, your actions speak louder and resonate on a deeper level with those they touch. This practice allows for a genuine connection, one based not on recognition, but on the selfless act of giving. Each unspoken act of kindness builds a quiet confidence and a sense of peace that can only come from knowing you are living in alignment with your values. This brings us to our seventh key, guarding your weaknesses. Stoic wisdom teaches us that, while it's essential to recognize and address our flaws, it's equally important to keep certain weaknesses private. As Seneca cautioned, the person who reveals their weaknesses to the world is like a city without walls. Acknowledging our vulnerabilities is part of growth, but announcing them can leave us susceptible to harm. Instead of dwelling on our weaknesses publicly, Stoicism encourages us to work on them in silence, transforming them into strengths without broadcasting our struggles. For example, if you tend to get anxious under pressure, revealing this openly might lead others to doubt your reliability. However, if you quietly work to build resilience, you strengthen yourself from within. Guarding your weaknesses is not about being secretive, but about fortifying your inner world. By keeping them to yourself, you develop a quiet confidence that grows each time you overcome a challenge. Over time, these silent victories foster an inner strength that no one can diminish. Our eighth key is the practice of nurturing dreams in silence. Dreams are delicate, personal aspirations that thrive when protected. When shared too freely, they risk being influenced by outside expectations, which can dilute their meaning or even lead us to doubt our ability to achieve them. Seneca observed, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today." Stoicism teaches us to focus on our daily actions rather than on fantasizing about future outcomes. By keeping our dreams private, we protect them from criticism or negativity, giving them the space to grow and evolve. For instance, if you have a dream of starting a new business, announcing it before you're ready might expose it to skepticism. However, if you allow the dream to unfold in the quiet of your mind, you can stay connected to your motivation without the interference of others' opinions. This silence nurtures patience and perseverance, letting you move forward at your own pace. Over time, the dream matures and becomes more solid, prepared to withstand the inevitable challenges that arise along the way.